10 more minutes. Oh. How many of you have done that this morning already? Maybe some of you aren't even up out of bed yet. Well, you must be if you're watching this. Well, if you're watching it back. So basically, guys, what I want to talk to you about today is how to create a day of less stress, less anxiety. And it all starts, I believe, with how you start your day. And what I'm going to look at, I spoke a little bit about this on a previous Q&A that we did on Friday morning, but I want to go into it in a bit more detail. And it's something about, you know, they say that how well you start your day is how well your day is going to be. So if you're somebody that turns over and snoozes the alarm 5 times when you're trying to get up in the morning, you're basically, what you're telling yourself is that you're resisting getting up, you're resisting life, you're resisting going to work. You know, you're resisting everything, and life is meant to be lived. You know, I'm sure you've heard that before as well, and it's meant to be enjoyed, and it's something we should be embracing every day with energy, particularly when you get days like this. It's such a beautiful day. We've gone out, walked the dog already. So what I want to help you do with this is create a day where you're not getting up in a panic, where you're not getting up in chaos. And for a lot of people, they snooze the alarm so much, they leave it till the last minute to get as much out of it as they can and go, okay, I really only need 10 minutes. Quick wash, quick out the door, grab something on the go for breakfast, and you're gone, right? And all this is just a chaotic way to start the day. Next thing, you're just following yourself all day, and your day becomes chaotic. You're trying to fit in, trying to eat, you have no prep done, you know, you're trying to fit in exercise, all these kind of things. So what I'm going to show you with this, and to hold my hand up and be completely honest, is something I've tried. I tried this maybe 2 years ago, and it was getting up early. And all the books I read about kind of personal development, and you know, a lot of guys in business that are successful and things all say, look, we start really early. And I thought, you know what, if I could just change my mindset to getting up early and having that kind of zest for life, that, you know, just make yourself a better person. So I tried this before, and I failed at it because I just thought, you know what, getting up any earlier than getting up is just not doable. I'm too tired, I'm not going to stick at it. And that's what I taught myself. And look, more of the videos I'm going to do is about the way we think are going to dictate our behaviours, right? And how we think are going to create those beliefs. So I taught myself, I'm not getting up, I'm too tired. And that's exactly what happened. I felt too tired, I didn't get up, and then I got up at the last minute, my day was dragging on, and you know, everything I told myself, I'll do that today, I never got around to it because I had no time. And this is what this is about, is creating time for yourself, that you can do something for yourself to look after about your mental health, your physical health, before anyone else even gets up out of bed, right? And as good, with all the best intentions, people say, look, I'll do that in the middle of the day. Something always stops you. You do it in the evening, you're too busy with kids, you're too busy doing something else. You know, you start watching a bit of TV and the day gets away from you. Next, the best way to do it is try and get it done in the morning, right? So this is the book, and again, I showed people this before, called The Miracle Morning, right? And it's just, when I knew and I felt that I had to get up early, you know, somebody said, just set your alarm and get up. But what do you do when you get up? And this is what I wanted to get my head around, is what was a good routine? How do you even get up in the morning? And that's where we're going to start, is how do you get up early? And people say this, I am too tired. Some people watching this, you know, you won't care. You won't care about getting up, you won't care about having a less stressful life, or you won't be willing to do what needs to be done in order to do that, right? So for me, I started, so I've 30 days done of this. So today is actually my day 30. So I thought it was a good time to share this with you. So over the last 30 days, I've been getting up at 5:30 every single morning, Monday to Sunday, 30 days in a row. And for me, this is an accomplishment. And the reason I focused on 30 days, and I'm going to keep going, is because that's kind of habit time. So any habit you create is just repetition. And a lot of repetition, it's like when you're in school, you're learning something off, you do it by repetition. And the same goes for this. If you want to create a healthy habit, we have to do it by repetition, right? So the reason we're breaking it down over 30 days is because of this. The first 10 days, 1 to 10, is the unbearable phase. You feel that, oh my God, I'm so tired, this is too tough. And you put this perception in your head that this is the way it's going to feel like for the rest of it. So you give up and you don't keep at it. But what you have to try and is prepare yourself for that. Prepare yourself for the first 10 days is going to be unbearable. And you're just going to, you know, just 10 more minutes in bed now and I'll start again tomorrow. And you know what? That's what I told myself for months, and I ended up taking a year and a half out before I said, you know what, this is an opportunity now during the times we're in to sort this out. So that's the first 10 days. The second 10 days is, it's uncomfortable. Not unbearable, but uncomfortable. It's still difficult at times, and you feel like, you know what, oh, I could just, like, you know, but that's when complacency sets in. You still need to be disciplined, and you still need to be committed to doing it. But then, after those 21 days, so it takes those 21 days to form this habit and keep going. The 30 days, those last 9 or 10 days is when you create that habit and cement it in for long term. And that's when you become unstoppable, right? So it's just about, first of all, that's for any habit. If you're trying to eat well, you're trying to exercise more, break it down into 10-day blocks and work your way through it. For me, it was this, getting up early and having that time to myself and to create a better mindset around everything. Be more positive, have more energy. So, without further ado, over the next couple of mornings, I'm going to be looking at what you do in that first hour to be more productive, to have less stress and less anxiety. Before we even talk about how to be productive in that hour so that you're productive for the rest of the day, I want to run you through what your morning routine should ideally look like to get out of bed, stay out of bed, and have more energy, right? So step number 1, before we even go looking at the alarms or anything like that, is what we call is to prime the brain before you go to bed at night. Because what you think of last thing at night is normally, and that's why when people, if they're stressed at work or they're stressed at home or whatever's going on, and you let that be your last thought, you struggle to get sleep because you're thinking about it, and then you wake up thinking about it because that's the last thought you had. So our last thought wants to be something to prep the mind for getting up early. So what we do is we do something called a bedtime affirmation. So before you go to bed, and this is something I've been telling myself for the last 30 days, I'm grateful for the 6 hours of sleep that I'm about to receive. 6 hours is more than enough for me to wake up feeling refreshed, and it's exactly what I need to fill my day with all the energy, motivation, and to be as productive as possible for the entire day. So you're telling yourself that no matter how much sleep you're having, with 6 hours, 5 hours, that's what you need. That's what you need to feel refreshed. That's what you need to have all the energy you need for that day. And since then, since I've been doing this, like, I used to struggle to sleep. I find my pattern would be very broken. But now, because I'm up so early and my day is long, I'm tired now and I'm going to sleep and I'm getting a good night's sleep and I'm feeling refreshed in the morning. So that's the very first thing, is affirm yourself in the evening beforehand. Prime your brain that, okay, I'm going to get sleep and I'm going to have enough sleep, regardless of how long that is, to have enough energy to get up and attack the day with loads of motivation. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is your alarm. And again, this is habit. Smartphones are smart to only to some degree. People leave it charged right here where it is, plugged in all night. And there's 2 things that'll happen. Number 1, the night before, you find yourself scrolling, social media, watching it. First of all, it's not good for the brain in terms of your melatonin levels, which I'll talk about again. But second of all, when you wake up in the morning, the tendency is to look at social media and just say, oh, what's going on in the world? Next thing, you've got all this negativity rushing at you. So the best thing to do is catch this phone out the window, catch this phone and plug it in somewhere else. So plug it in across the room, so when the alarm goes off, you have no choice but to get up and get it, because it's going to go off and it's going to keep going off and it's going to be driving you mad. So you're going to have to get up. So once that alarm goes off, you're up, the alarm is off, and now you're up. You're up out of bed. And this is where willpower comes in. This is where commitment and discipline comes in. It's very easy to look back at that bed and go, do you know what, just go back for 10 minutes now. And sure, what's 10 minutes? But that 10 minutes puts you completely out of whack, makes you even more tired. Some people would even suggest putting it inside in the bathroom. You know, charge it in the evening before you go to bed, and when you go to bed then put it inside in the bathroom, because that's where we're going next, right? So once you have your alarm set off, so step number 1 is your bedtime affirmation, right? Get your head ready. Step 2, setting your alarm across the room. So you have to get out of bed. You have no choice. Now people watching this will go, what the hell with that? I get up early enough at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. But what's your morning like? You know, are you full of stress? Are you full of just panic, getting everybody ready, and you've no control over your day? So this is going to help alleviate all of that. But you have to commit to this. And look, unfortunately, 95% of people who read these books or watch these videos do nothing about it. They'll just say, oh yeah, that's a great idea, and carry on. If you really want to make a change about this, then do it, because I did, and I stuck at it, and you know, 30 days later, you feel really good for it. So that's step number 1. Step number 2 then is we head into the bathroom. So obviously, what you're trying to do, right, is wake up your brain very gently, for want of a better word, right? So you're just going through these mindless activities that require no thought, so that the body has a nice chance to wake up without kind of getting absorbed by, which is what I have to do for work. So you come in, do your business, you brush your teeth, again, mindless activities. And one of the best things I've found is that, see, when you wake up in the morning, you're dehydrated. You've, whatever, 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep got, but your skin is dehydrated, your body is dehydrated, so it's time to refresh yourself. So the best thing I find is do your business, brush your teeth, and then splash water on your face. Very simply, all you're doing is just wake yourself up, nice and quick, wipe yourself off. But I find that alone, out of everything I do in the morning, just that cold, it used to be warm water, but then I found it too warm, it was making me feel sick. I'll hang this up because Niamh is watching. Splash cold water on your face, and I tell you, it just wakes you up, really, really wakes you up, and just gives you, okay, now I'm ready for it, okay? So that's the third thing, get into the bathroom. The fourth thing, we're going back out. So before you come to bed, you're going to fill a glass of water, and in the morning, you're going to drink this as quick as you can without drowning yourself. So again, your body is dehydrated in the morning, and a lot of fatigue comes from dehydration, right? Not so much from tiredness. So fill your body with water as quick as you can. Again, that will wake you up, and it'll rehydrate you. Even during the day, guys, when people, often people get tired at work, they get fatigued and they hit that 3 p.m. slump. Sometimes that is just dehydration, not so much a need for caffeine or tiredness. It's just dehydration. And I often find that even now, sometimes I get a 3 p.m. slump. I might eat a bit, have a snack, have some water, and I'm good to go for the rest of the day. So I don't need to feel like I have to go back to bed. So that's the fourth thing, rehydrate. And your fifth thing, so after you've your water done, so obviously I'm dressed already, but when you get out of bed, you're not going to be in your training gear. So when you're up, you do your business, the best thing is come back, get changed into exercise gear, because it is going to be part of our hour, right, to do some exercise. So you're getting ready for that. So you don't get up, get out of bed, stay in your pajamas, stay in your dressing gown. Get up, get into your shorts, get into your tracksuit, get into your t-shirt, get into your jumper, and get ready for movement. Because again, this is just setting the mind up for, okay, I'm not going back to bed, I'm not getting lazy, I'm not going downstairs to the couch and watching television for the hour. We want to be productive with the hour. So we're going to get ready, we're going to get changed, okay? So look, that's just this morning's video. I just kind of want to get you prepped for, as I said, I was always looking for, well, how do I get up out of, it sounds so stupid, like how do you get up out of bed? So you just get up. But when you have this thing to do, it goes, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3. And this is what they call in the book, the 5-step snooze-proof strategy, right? Get your alarm across the way. Start with your bedtime affirmation the night before. Alarm across the room, into the toilet, brush your teeth, go to the bathroom, splash water on your face. Just mindless activities to get yourself woken up. Come back in, drink a full glass of water, rehydrate into gear that you're going to be active in. So that's where we're going to start. Again, for anybody who wants to start having less stress and less anxiety, what this is leading to is having some time for yourself to be able to meditate and all these kind of different things, which we're going to be talking about separately over the next couple of days. And I found this just really transformational for me, because I knew getting up early gave me more control over my day. Okay, so look, I hope this makes sense. Give it a thumbs up. Say hello if you're tuning in. Share it around. Like, as I said, some people's thought processes won't bring them in this direction in terms of, personal development and self-development and all this kind of stuff and self-improvement, and they won't want to get up early, and that's fine. This won't be for everybody, but it will be for some people. And if this impacts one person to change their life and, reduce their stress levels and improve what they're doing for themselves, then it's worth it. So look, I hope that makes sense. Don't forget, we have a live workout tonight again at 8:30. I hope you enjoyed last night's workout. You're going to need a 5-litre and more workouts again for the rest of the week at 8:30. And as I said, we're going to focus more on this morning routine for the next couple of days. And don't forget, our live Q&A then is on Friday as well. So until then, we'll see you on the next video.